Well, here we are. We got the brand new 2024 Kawasaki Ridge XR HVAC. And for those of you who are familiar, this is the 116 horsepower machine. So as with any video, I always like to start out with just shooting out the specs, and then we'll kind of pull the machine apart. So let's start off with the engine. So the engine that you see in front of you is a fuel-injected, liquid-cooled, 4-cylinder, 999cc dual overhead cam engine. Kawasaki wanted this to be a smooth operating motor, little to no vibration, quiet, and very versatile. And it is very versatile, you know, for the type of machine that this is, you know, a mix between kind of a utility and a sport. You're getting 116 horsepower out of this machine, boasting 73.5 foot-pounds of torque. So the torque is there when you're hauling and when you're towing. And of course, you get 116 horsepower to play with when you're taking it out, riding with your buddies. According to Kawasaki, this bed, excluding California models, this is a this bed has a 1,000-pound bed capacity. You got D-rings all throughout, so if you want to tie anything down back here, you can do that. Now Kawasaki, the only thing I will point out, they did go to kind of the composite or like the poly bed liners in these things. You know, if you're familiar with the Kawasaki mules and things like that, they've always done, you know, the steel beds in the back of these things. You know, Kawasaki's always been very well known for building a tough, durable machine. So, you know, you got a nice bed liner there. Like I say, D-rings all throughout. All these little holes are there to serve a purpose for various accessories that they have to offer. So 1,000-pound bed capacity and 2,500-pound towing capacity you have. So obviously you get the full-size receiver hitch there. 2,500-pound towing capacity. So that is 500 pounds above what the Kawasaki Pro Series are capable of hauling. So, you know, pretty cool. And by the way, those that are curious, this has a 1,500-pound overall payload capacity. So 2,500-pound towing, 1,000-pound bed capacity, 1,500-pound overall payload. So a couple things. This is a 64-inch wide machine. Pretty universal for most of your side-by-sides, sport side-by-sides, things of that nature. 12.9 gallon fuel tank. So right there's your fuel, 12.9 gallon fuel tank. Just about any side-by-side, you can change the preload on the shocks, and you have that option here. So according to Kawasaki, on the lowest preload setting, you're sitting at 13.8 inches worth of ground clearance. So 13.8 ground clearance on the lowest preload setting, and you're looking at about 14.6 inches of ground clearance if you have your suspension on the more stiff side on preload. I just want to back up here a little bit and show you. You got plenty of ground clearance there. So if you're taking this thing trail riding, you can hit your rocks and trails pretty easily. The other thing I like is they actually outfitted this thing with a decent front brush guard up here too. I'm sure you could probably get extensions if you want to cover the hood portion of the machine, cover your headlights, but nice big sturdy bumper there with the accent lights there also. So yeah, ground clearance 13.8 inches at the lowest setting, 14.6 inches at the tallest setting. Bed capacity, by the way, so like I say, you get 1,000-pound bed capacity. For those of you that are curious, if you're hauling anything back here, what all can you fit back here? This is a 34.6 by 49 by 12.8 inch in depth bed. So 34.6 by 49 and 12.8 inches in overall depth. Last but not least, I know a lot of folks like to keep this in mind. This thing's coming in at a little over 2,000 pounds. So according to Kawasaki, 2,066 pounds is what this thing is weighing overall. It's starting to put down a little bit of rain, but you guys should still be able to hear me okay. So let's just take a quick walk around here. I'm going to turn the key on, turn the lights on, let you guys see what everything looks like there. We can quiet up the heat for now. It's nice and warm inside the cab still. But I'm going to take you up front here, show you what the headlights and everything look like. Nice mean setup, nice and bright LEDs. You got the LED accent lights down on the left and right hand side of your bumper. Like I say, I love a manufacturer that gives you some protection on the front end there. Obviously you get the recess there. If you want to put a winch in, you can do that. You know, things like that. But nice big sturdy beefy bumper. Good attack angle. You know, there's nothing really sitting low or hanging low on the front of this. So, you know, if you're, like I say, taking a trail riding, good attack angle there. And I'm just walking around here letting you guys get your eyes full. I really love the doors on these things. They close up very nice and neat and uniform. You're not slamming it or anything like that. Go back here, got your tail lights and brake lights. So got all that. Yeah, so as you can see, this thing's fully cabbed out. You got the roof, the windshield, rear panel, full doors. If this were just the regular Ridge, you can get the Ridge without the full doors. They'll have like a half door. You can get it with or without the roof, with or without the windshield, things like that. But like I say, this is the full Ridge XR 116 horsepower option and full HVAC. So this does have heat and air conditioning inside it as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop inside the cab here and just show you what the inside of this thing is all about. I picked a day specifically like this because it's cold, it's rainy, and I just want to show you. Obviously I've had the door open, my feet are wet, but you can see nothing is dripping inside this at all. You know, you get some side by sides when they're thrown together. You get a little bit of rain seepage through your roll cage and the doors, and things just aren't seamed up really well, and you're getting wet and you're not supposed to because you just spent a bunch of money on a cab. That's not the case with this. And I had somebody the other day say it's kind of like tractor like, which is kind of funny. It did kind of bring me back to my farm days, you know, hopping up in some of these nicer, newer tractors. Look at that seat. I mean, it is cushy. Look at that. All that nice cushion. So if you're spending a ton of time and really using these things as a tool, you can 100% spend loads of time in this. You know, good back support. They're bolstered, so you're not, you know, flying left or right, or, you know, getting thrown across the seat or into the door. But yeah, I mean, it does kind of set you up. Here we are. So we're inside the Kawasaki Ridge. It's nice and warm. I had the heater going earlier. It was getting hot. You know, and I got coat on, obviously, so I'm sweating. But yeah, I just want to, you know, show you guys how nice this thing is. You even have there's a interior light, so pretty darn cool. And now you can operate the windows on the left right hand side just using on your the driver's side here. So I can drop the window there if I like, or I can do the same thing over here. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire this thing up. So engine's running. I'm not talking any louder than what I just was. You guys can hear me, I'm sure, just fine. And I'm just using literally my iPhone mic. I'm not using any kind of special mic or anything like that. But yeah, so right up here, obviously you have your climate control, your HVAC, your different modes here. We got heat. We have 4 settings here. You can put that sucker on blast until you're nice and toasty. On the right hand side, so you have cup holder over there. You have storage all throughout. So there's storage there with a 12-volt accessory outlet. You have storage here. So just a typical glove box. Looks like we have a recess there for some particular, maybe accessory of some sort. I'm not sure what that might be used for, but there is a recess there for something. So we'll close all that up. And then down below here, you can see we got all sorts of I'm gonna throw my hat in there. That's pretty deep. I don't know if that's 11, 12 inches in depth right there, but I don't think I've ever seen a side-by-side that actually has that much space inside the cab. And then, if I close this, you have a tray up here. You go back here, you got 2 more cup holders and another little cubby right there. So there's all sorts of space where you can stow stuff in here. And as I go back up to the front here, we have another little space right there. So you can throw your gloves or you can throw your beanie or whatever up there. You have block out plates, so if you want to throw, you know, a winch or LED light bar or something wild in this, you can do that. There's another 12-volt accessory outlet right there. Moving over, we got our gear shift here. So we have obviously low, high, we have neutral, and then we have reverse. Very, very smooth. You're not getting any of that clunkiness out of the transmission. It's not throwing me around. I don't hear any noise coming out of the transmission when I'm shifting into gears. So really nice. Got the kind of the old school emergency brake, the old pull brake there. Right here obviously is our key. Right there is our different power modes. So if I go up here, oops, see if I can zoom in a little bit. So right here is your power modes. If I hit the switch, right now I'm in work mode, and then we have normal and sport. So like I say, that's just changing the throttle response is all that's doing. Right now it's just letting me know I got the parking brake engaged. We got high beam on, we got the neutral indicator. Right here's my tach, speedometer, fuel gauge, coolant temperature. It's even giving me my CVT temp, you know, just to make sure it's not burning up or anything wild like that. You got your odometer, water temp, get your time right there, power mode setting. It's going to also show me what drive mode I have it in. So right down here is obviously right now I'm in 2-wheel drive, and then you'll have 4-wheel drive in differential lock. Obviously I'm sitting still, so sometimes when you're sitting still you won't see it lock in completely, but so pretty cool. Moving over, so this is actually how we can go through our display using these buttons here. So you know, if I want to go back, go through my settings, I can do that. There's vehicle information. I can hit select. It takes me into, you know, trip A, my hours, water temp, odometer, things like that. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff that you can just kind of play with in this thing. So we can go back to our meter right there. Now this does not have their what I call infotainment. So it doesn't have the center console here. Let me zoom out. It doesn't have the center console with the tunes. So this particular model does not have the radio or the speakers or anything like that in. Power steering is very, very smooth. You also have adjustable steering wheel there as well. So of course you can kind of see, like I say, it's cold out, it's warm in here, starting to fog up a little bit, so I can turn my defrost on, crank that up. So pretty cool. I forgot cup holders. We got one more right there, and we got 2 more cup holders. 2 more cup holders. We can have all the coffee in the world. You do have adjustable seating there on your driver's side. Like I say, your fuel cap is on the left-hand side also. Very simple to engage. Sorry, lift the bed. Just that little lever right there. So, motor's super quiet. And you can see why you have all kinds of foot space here, you know. I know some machines, it's like, yeah, you have your pedals coming down here, but then your wall just stops right there. So then if you've got big feet like I do, you're kind of squished in there. I can really feel the heat coming out of there. It's hot. Oh, there's your headlights also, by the way. I didn't show you that. So, but you have all sorts of space. And like I say, this is just about as automotive as a machine could get of this nature. Let me go to the other side here quick. I go over to your passenger side. I just want to open this door real quick and show you. You do have adjustable seating for your passenger. And there's also space underneath here. So like if you want to throw a bucket or anything down there, you can do that. You got space to throw just some cargo. So this is what your passenger side looks like. We already had this open. We have this open, of course. So, all right, so last but not least, let's take this puppy for a drive. We're gonna go up over the curb. Nothing crazy there. And like I say, still just kind of talking normal, not talking any louder than what I normally would. Once I get out of the parking lot here, I'll step on it a little bit. It's definitely got some juice, that's for sure. It's got a lot of juice. It doesn't take much to get up to speed. So I'm gonna go up here, pop a U-turn. We'll juice it down this road real quick. Not this one. Really smooth throttle engagement. Transmission's really smooth. You don't hear any like belt slap or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and show you a turning radius here also. So I'm in a parking spot. So we're full lock to the left. So we basically did this in about 3 parking spots pretty much. So you can see almost ended up back where we were, but nice sharp turning radius. Like I say, just kind of driving around, letting you guys get your eyes full. Hopefully you guys find this useful. And I think we're gonna go ahead and park it, guys. I think we're all finished up. So that's gonna wrap us up here for the day. I gotta get inside here and edit this video, send out a couple emails, make a couple phone calls hopefully. But if you guys have any questions about the new Ridge, let me know. If there's something that maybe in this video I did not cover, please leave your question in the comment section below. I'll get to it as soon as possible. Always really appreciate those of you who are checking out the videos and liking and subscribing. Please keep on doing that. I really appreciate it. It helps me out, helps you guys out, helps you get the information out and stuff like that. And like I say, hopefully you guys continue to find this stuff useful. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you later.